Hello. I have no idea exactly how well this is working. I was supposed to do this through YouTube. I'm doing it through OBS. They're supposed to work together, and they're not working together the way I was expecting. Like I'm supposed to have a preview down in this corner over here that shows what's here, and it's not working. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Hello, Order 66. I'm just trying to figure things out. This is what you get when you have a junior level tech person here. I don't get things correct. It says it's waiting for me on YouTube, but the OBS seems to be working just without that secondary cam. Oh, there's an echo. I probably do have two mics. I need to figure out how to shut one of those off. Is that any better? Is perhaps, and we have Ben over my shoulder here.
What's up, guys?
Just an echo, okay. Did we eliminate the echo? Because I dropped the mic on one of them. Just the echo still.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Okay. All right, so, okay, we've eliminated the echo. Bonus. All right, so now, let's see if I can figure out how to get that other camera to go. I see the camera is shaking a little bit. That's unfortunate. Let's see. I'm also realizing there's a slight delay between when I'm speaking and when you're hearing things and reacting. So I was told about this. I'll just have to be aware of it. Really don't like that shake. I wonder. Maybe that'll help. Yeah. So now. Well, this might not work out the way I was expecting it to. Yeah, I have a feeling it's just that the whole setup is very fidgety. So I've got my cam up there. I've got a ring light with a mount. It's like a phone mount, but I'm not using a phone camera. Hello from Norway. So thank you so much. So I've got I created a Lego box to hold the webcam because the webcam it's like a circular base, and then it goes up, and it actually will follow me sometimes. And then I used rubber bands to hold it onto that base, and so that's what's being gripped by the phone mount. But there's just a little bit of a sway that I'm noticing. So in the future, I'm gonna have to solve that. And I have some ideas already, but we'll see what I come up with. But I still can't figure out how to get that camera to show in the lower corner over here. Like this is my counting scale, and it shows on my preview of the screen. That's where the image would be. I just can't get it to actually grab the image. Let's see. Am I plugged in? That would be a question. It seems to be plugged in. I can't tell if there's power to it or not, but I mean, it's getting power through the same thing. Yeah, it's just this one. It's basically what it's supposed to be. And then this is the close-up, so you can get a preview of it. Is it live? No, it's not a live preview. Whoops. So yeah. Oh, that's better. That's great. That's live. All right. So now,
See if you can move that above. There we go.
Oh, there we go. So that should be visible now down here in the corner. So this is a purple 8x8 plate that I bought down at Empire Bricks. This is basically parts of different sig figs that I popped together quick yesterday that I liked. And then that's the Empire Bricks business card. That's where I got the stuff. Let's see. Now, yeah, that shake is going to be really annoying, I have a feeling. I hope nobody gets a headache from that. I know I might if I'm not careful. How is the audio level? That was the other thing I was concerned about because I didn't know there was that 30-second test. It was more video, and I didn't know how the audio was going to work. My sitting here and the camera way over there in the ring light. Interesting. Yeah, it's very strange because audio sounds great. Oh, good, good. It's very strange because the YouTube still shows the preview. It still says waiting for me. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out at some point. Man, that shaking is really. I apologize in advance for everybody. Take some ibuprofen just in case. Not medical advice. Just keep it handy in case you get a headache. So yeah, I'm going to open up these two bags of parts that I got from Empire Bricks, one at a time, and look to see what I got. And that's kind of why I have the preview set up, because, well, in the past, when I've done live streams, like a year and a half ago, whenever I would try to hold a piece up to the camera, it would just continually focus on my face. I also realized at some point I'm going to want to have the computer more over here, because having to look here at the pieces and then over here to see if anybody says anything is going to be inconvenient. So maybe I might be able to set up a second monitor or something over here at some point. The problem is too is I want to be able to use the table for my normal workspace, and I want to be able to make it easy to convert back and forth into doing a live stream. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out going forward. But yeah, we're just gonna dump out some pieces and take a look. I did concentrate heavily on printed pieces, so that's what we're gonna look at. Let's see. I'm gonna move the Empire Bricks business card. And yes, I've labeled it so that I know that this is the bottom over here, and this is the top. And that's, for the piece like this, it doesn't really matter. But I have this, I want to put this piece in like this, but then it's upside down. So yeah, I made the little notes for myself. So this is a nice little slope with a sticker on it. I thought that was kind of neat. Probably from something Star Wars. It kind of looks tech-like, but I don't know for certain. Who knows? I need to have, I'm going to start a container for all the pieces that I've already gone through. Here's another stickered part, reddish brown. It's hard to see. I think somebody at the store had said that that was probably from one of the Iron Man mechs or something like that. Another stickered slope. There's also a bit of a glare there, but I don't know how easily that's going to be to get rid of that glare. I'll look into that going forward. This one actually has two stickers on it. So if you get the sticker on this slope and then a sticker over here. And of course these stickers on the sides are always difficult to get on because you just got to get them lined up perfectly. It just doesn't work too well. All right, so I got a couple of these too. This is just the first one. It's one of the window panels from one of the Iron Man sets, I believe. I'm showing one of the Iron Man armor sets. So that's kind of cool. Doesn't look like the sticker's on all that horribly, but well, I think it is a sticker. I don't think it's printed. Yeah, it's a sticker. I generally run my fingernail across it, and if I feel like a slight level change between the sticker and the piece, then I know it's a sticker. I mean, sometimes you can just look at it and tell. This one's kind of neat. It's got like a geological survey type map. That's not really, let me raise this up a little bit. So you got the concentric circles of like elevations and stuff. I thought that was a pretty cool looking piece. Here is one of the, I believe what they call the Nexo shield with what looks like a sticker on it. Whoops, we've dropped it. So that's kind of neat. No idea what that's from. All right, so I did also buy some other stuff. This is a minifigure part. It's just a set of black legs. I'm going to start a new location for minifigure parts. We'll sort some of this stuff out. And then this one, just a sand blue part. It's like one of these clip things. And there was a bunch of them. I have like, I don't know, it's 6 or 7 of them. I'm sure I have a problem with gray and bluish gray. Too hard to tell. Yeah, I agree completely. I'm going to see if I can move this chat here a little bit because there, that's a little bit better. It's still, so like, I'm assuming in the bottom of your chat, in the bottom right of the chat, there's a little heart symbol you can click on. Well, I have it as well, which is odd because I'm the one doing the stream, but it was in the way of the text. So now I've expanded the chat window a little bit, and it's currently not in the way of any text right now, although if somebody posted a longer comment, it probably would be. So we're going to put that sand blue piece in a separate container there. I was also getting some of the dark tan pieces because I know a couple of people in the lug were getting the dark tan pieces for some of their builds, doing a collaborative build. So we'll have a separate container and we'll put some of that in. So this one is also a dark tan angled piece. This is a minifigure part, but it's Unikitty. One of those hair type things for her. So put that one in the minifigure stuff. Now we'll go back to some more printed pieces. This is one of the small panels. And this is actually a sticker, but small panel there with the number 5 on it. Oh yeah, I picked this up too. Light bluish gray. I believe they call these air horns or something like that, but I always thought of them. They were used in some of the very early classic space sets as basically stabilizing engines, and that's I've always thought of them as engines. But I mean, I could definitely see them being used as like speaker system or something like that. Here I am trying to hold it in the right place so you can get a good look at it. So we're going to put that in with those normal type pieces. We've got a dark tan 1x2 plate, just a dark tan 2x2 tile. So we'll put that in with those. Here is an Avengers symbol tile. I think I got a couple of these. So we'll put that in with those. Very similar to the other part we saw. There's like an Iron Man mech piece. Come on, focus. There we go. Star Wars of some sort, but in a dark red, which is not the most common color in my opinion for Star Wars stuff, but there you go. Dark red with a sticker pattern on it. This one is actually printed, but this is a, I think it's pink. I don't think it's bright pink, but it's like a little device or maybe it's a remote or something. It's very hard for me to see. I actually get a better look at it through the camera image. Maybe it's supposed to be a music player with the music notes there. So we got that. This is an olive green 2x2 jumper. So we got some of that sort of thing too. Put that in with those. This is another stickered part. Not really sure what that came from, but could very well have been an Iron Man mech or something like maybe a knee plate or something like that. And then this is just like a door for like a container, I believe. And so I got some weird things like this as well. Just stuff that I thought would be cool. Trans blue dish, with, kind of like the lattice work. That's a cool piece. I guess that will go in there. Another one of these with a sticker on it. It's kind of an interesting orange pattern on the black. It's kind of like one of those angled. I really have to get used to like how to hold pieces so I can show them here because it's like backwards. It's kind of disconcerting. Olive green plate that's got a rounded edge on the two sides. There's another olive green, but this one actually has a sticker on it. It looks like a flame in a little triangle there, and fake words underneath. I was kind of looking at it like, nope, they're just black lines. Nothing there. This is a Nexo shield in a dark blue, but it's plain. There's no sticker or anything on it. That's kind of cool. Another one of these, probably Iron Man mech armor type pieces. Not really doing a good job of focusing here. Come on, camera, focus. I may have to look into a different webcam there. How did this piece get in my... Well, there you go. First reject piece. It's a black wing, but just horrible, horrible damage down there. I have no idea how I put that in my bag. I have no idea. Maybe somebody did it as a joke while I wasn't looking. This is just I believe a medium nougat half circle plate. It's like an 8x8 plate, but half of that. So that was kind of neat. Same type of piece, but in the olive green. Let's see. I think this might be the only masonry brick that I found in this dark tan. I would have liked to have gotten more, and I thought I saw a couple more, and then I'm like, I should grab those, and then I never did find them again. So who knows on that one. Here's a white engine piece, but it's got these this sticker on it. That was kind of neat. There, that's a little more focused. It's horrible placement. There we go. It says caution. I had to pull it over so I could read it myself, but it does say caution. Sticker piece. This is kind of cool. Hose, a yellow hose with the black ends. That's kind of neat. So it's flexible. And then like these would go over the studs. It's kind of a neat piece. A yellow hand. Just a simple yellow hand. Put that with the minifigure parts. Another large slopey type thing with a sticker on it. I believe that's a sticker. No, that's a print. So it's actually printed right on that piece. That's kind of cool. All right, this one is a sticker. Same type of piece, with wider, but it's a Spider-Man one. So there's that. I have a feeling this might... so this piece was the first one we looked at. This one might go with it because it's the same color and it's kind of like got these rivets and stuff, and it kind of just reminds me of it. May not, but kind of has that feeling to me. Here is some like shoulder armor for a minifigure. There we go. Put that on with a minifigure. Notice, but Brick Owl called the bluish gray stone gray around. Yeah. So Brick Owl, to my understanding, uses the official Bricklink Lego colors, and Bricklink does not, because Bricklink predates when we knew what Lego was calling the colors officially. So they kind of had to make it up, and because of that, there's kind of a convention of some of those color names, and we've just kind of stuck with it through Bricklink. Dark purple 1x4 tile. Doesn't look dark purple. It looks very much blue on the camera though, but it is in fact dark purple. Wow, that is really weird. See, this is purple, which looks more dark purple to me. So the camera color is not perfect. I'm learning. This camera I'm using for the close-up may end up changing. I don't know if I like it. Yeah, Lego colors. Yep. Here is another stickered piece. The sticker isn't placed great, but there it is on this dark red slope. A blue lightsaber blade. There you go. And this one looks, it might be frosted, might be clear. Hard to tell. A blue hand. Basically, anytime I found hands or other body parts or anything, I took them. I have some arms in here. Here's a set of tan legs. Just simple, everyday, run-of-the-mill tan legs. Oh, and speaking of which, there is an arm. That would be a, I believe, a left arm. So there we go, in white. This is one of the mechanical arms, like a droid arm, but a little bit different. So that's kind of cool. I'm pretty sure we already saw one exactly like this. There's another one. Let me take a look over here. Yep. So right there, you can see I have two of them. Identical. So there's that. This is a pretty cool. It says power off. And it's a transparent piece with what appears to be a sticker on it. Yeah, that's a sticker. So that's kind of cool. 1x2 dark tan brick, simple piece. Here's an odd looking piece. Well, no, just a longer piece here with the sticker pattern at the very front. All right. Wheelie Life says, I got asked to take 70 pounds of Duplo. Would any of you accept it if you were me? I just roll my eyes at Duplo mostly. Well, I mean, you say you were asked to take it. I'm assuming that they're giving it to you for free. I mean, I would take it and go through the stuff. I mean, if space is an issue, which I certainly understand with Duplo, you could just go through it piece by piece and decide if there's any specific pieces you want to list. I know the Duplo figures generally have decent prices, and there's certain other specific parts that do better. Yeah, and now Andrew Horner is saying that Duplo is a good seller on eBay, which I was not aware of. I have lots of Duplo. It is not on the docket for any time soon because it takes up space. But my plan would be at some point to have an area for Duplo parts that would have larger drawers and that sort of thing because they just take up more space. But yeah, I plan on dealing with it. It's not on the docket yet. Too many other things going on. Here's another stickered piece, black, with this strange kind of like circular pattern there. It almost looks like a bow tie at one end. It almost looks like it could be like a wreath or something like that. Mike P, hello from Newfoundland. Well, hello. A little bit to the north and I believe a little bit to the east of me. Here's another piece, probably from that Iron Man mech. I think we had another one just like it. I'm not going to go grab it, but I think we had two of them now. Here's a little double cheese wedge that says AIM on it. And there, my aim for that piece is right in the middle of the area now. 2x4 dark tan tile. A 2x2 jumper in dark tan. Another one of these angled pieces in dark tan. The little tiny, I don't even know what they call these, but it looks like a cheese wedge on top of a 1x2 plate. And it's also in dark tan. Still learning where to hold pieces so they're best visible on the camera. Another one of these, but this one's in the dark bluish gray. Goes in there. Another one of these sand blue 1x2 bricks with a thing at the end for connecting to a clip. Like I said, I have a bunch of them in this sand blue, and I don't know what they came from. How's my driving? Shocking, it says. 2x4 plate. It just gets so much more damage. Oh, the Duplo. Yeah, I can certainly see that. I mean, the bonus, though, is if you do get... First of all, it's free. You can always turn around and donate a bunch of stuff if it's unsaleable and just pull out the stuff that is saleable. But but I mean, it probably has some better value if you have it in good condition. So I mean, if you can find it in good condition, it's probably a bonus. All right, Andrew says there are some stacking drawers called rainbow drawers. You can get internal section ideal for Duplo. Oh, interesting. Are those the really useful ones? I think I've heard of those. A couple of people I know use those. I don't know. I mean, because the Duplo is so large as far as the pieces go, I mean, I could put it in my drawer units, but I mean, I'd only get 2, maybe 3 bricks high if I actually stack them. And so if they're just loose, it'd probably be a little bit less. So I'm thinking I will wait until I use some deeper drawers. And then I might, instead of having, I might do it a little different because I don't imagine Duplo would sell terribly quickly. And so instead of having everything totally ready access, I could have those larger drawers with just bags in them, with the parts separated by the bag. So like, okay, I finally sell one, I have to open the drawer and then find the right bag and pull the piece or pieces out. But that's what I'm thinking. But again, since I'm not really dealing with it right now, I haven't really put a lot of thought into it yet. That's probably over a year down the road at this point. I'm trying not to actively buy Duplo, but again, if it comes in with other stuff, or if I was to get it free, if it was a really good price, then I'm probably going to buy it anyway, so we'll see. This is like a minifigure shield. It kind of reminds me of like a police riot shield. Got the 4 studs on the front, so I guess you could attach a tile to it or something like that. But that's done with the minifig stuff. Now this is another piece that I was picking up when I saw it. It's a 1x1 round plate, but it's in a flat silver. And so when I found the flat silver pieces, I was grabbing those. Also, shipping costs of Duplo. Yeah, I mean, the shipping cost could be an issue. I mean, you kind of have to balance that with, at least in my opinion, how much are you charging for the piece? I mean, I probably wouldn't list Duplo that was under 50 cents a piece. And then it would just fall under my normal categories for shipping. Like, you know, if you bought 10 Duplo pieces at 50 cents a piece, it's going to cost you $5, and then you pay my shipping charge, and so then I'll just ship it out. Yeah, I mean, I understand that, like, with the bigger and the bulkier pieces, there is concern for shipping. I haven't listed many bulky pieces. I do have, like, the Dimensions base, which is like a 12 by 24 with the round hole in it. But that could still go into the poly mailers I'm using, just with like an extra layer of bubble around it, or even a piece of cardboard around it as well. It would still fit in there. Actual base plates, I haven't listed any yet. I do have an area where I'm sorting them to, and I probably will list base plates, but I'm probably going to start with the smaller ones first, because they make some pretty small base plates, and then they go up in size to the, well, technically the 50 by 50 is the big one. I know Bricklink just had a video where he had a couple of those. I've had several of them for a while. So those are kind of cool. But generally the 48 by 48 is the biggest one. And I am saving some of the art boxes for shipping those out when I list them, but I haven't listed any of the base plates yet. I have some of the 48 by 48s that are new. They came out of the mosaic set that you could make your own picture kind of idea. So I have like 5 or 6 of them that are brand new, that are loose, and then I've got some other ones in other places that are not necessarily new, and I got some that are still sealed, different things like that. So but I haven't listed them yet because I want to make sure I have all my ducks in a row as far as that goes, and I probably will list those pieces a little bit higher in price to help offset the shipping, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. Here's a dark red Nexo tile. Let's see. Oh, this is another one that I was grabbing when I saw it. It's an ingot, but this one's also flat silver. So that's kind of cool. What is the best place to find Lego lots of bulk used Lego? Ooh. You're from Newfoundland and it's in Canada. Well, I'm assuming you've got thrift stores up there. That's probably one of the better bets. I know that there is at least one thrift store in Canada that does online stuff because I've actually bought from them before. They're somewhere in Ontario, and they were able to ship to me. It cost a little bit more, I think. So I know there's at least a couple of different online auction sites for the Goodwills. So that would be another option. Yard sales, garage sales, that sort of thing. And again, you know, the further you get into Canada, I mean, the window of time that like a garage sale or a yard sale is going to happen gets smaller and smaller. I mean, where I live, I mean, we have snow possibly like 6 months of the year. So I mean, I understand that it's not. Um, oh, it's not. Don't worry about the being off topic. I don't mind talking about whatever. Um, but yeah, it's a continual challenge for people to find stuff. Now, I'm not actively looking at this point because I have so much. Um, I mean, I have enough that I may never get through it all, but I'm hopeful. Um, so yeah, but finding it's just kind of like a patience game. You kind of have to continually look. If you're in the market to actually buy used bulk Lego, you have to find the places that might have it and then check them frequently. I mean, if you have a thrift store, you know, 10 minutes from your house, for instance, I would be checking it every day or every other day because, I mean, you go on a Monday, they could end up putting it out on Tuesday, and if you don't go in again until next Monday, it's probably going to sell to somebody else. Um, so, yeah, here's another printed tile, or it's actually a sticker. It's a 2x2 in white, and it's not focusing on those nifty dials and stuff. Come on. There we go. Probably came out of an airplane set or something like that. Adds online community pages. Well, that's not a bad idea either. I've considered doing that, but because I'm not actively buying, I haven't done that. Whoops. A 2x2 round in the pearl gold with a sticker on it. There we go. And this is a print. I think this might have come out of the dots, but I'm not positive because it's square. And so 1x1 tile with a blue star pattern on it. I believe it looks blue on my screen, but it may be dark purple. Oh, you're welcome, Mike. Not a problem. But yeah, Wheelie's suggestion for putting out ads. I mean, instead of looking in places, you can be proactive and try to get people to come to you by, you know, having an ad on Craigslist or Facebook or, you know, whatever might work where you are. I know in some other countries they have different types of social media that have more wide use than Facebook or whatever might have here in the States. And I would leave that to you to know what those are, because I would have no clue. Here is a 4x6 dark tan plate. That was kind of a nice find. I remember finding that. So I got a number of these, and I think the other ones are in the other bag, but this is like this 4x4 round, but it's like thicker. I think it's like 1 brick high total, but it's only in the middle. I think this stuff was starting to show up with the Mario sets, but I'm not really sure what it is, but it kind of intrigued me, so I grabbed those that I found. I got 700 pounds of Lego free from a neighbor that way. Well, there you go, 700 pounds free. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. There is definitely profit to be made there. This one's a dark purple slope with a sticker on it. Looks like some bullet holes there. Don't know what kind of it. Maybe came out of a city set or something. A teal brick separator. I did grab the, or dark turquoise, excuse me, but it definitely looks like teal to me. And yeah, this webcam, the color is really not a good thing. But yeah, I'll put that here. Here's another stickered tile. I believe it's let's see, 1x6. Oh, that focused very quickly. I like that. This is just an angled piece, like a wing, no sticker or anything like that, but I thought those are a good piece to have. Similar kind of piece, larger, but it does have a sticker. A little hard to see what the sticker is because it's such a large piece. There it is. Whoop, that's in the wrong place. Go over there. Now this is another white piece. Oh, that focused quite well. I like that. So when did you get that 700 pounds, and have you had much luck finding anything good in it? I'm always curious about that sort of thing. This is kind of the same thing. I'm kind of going through this to look at what I got already, because I've seen most of it already, although, again, not sure where this came from in the damaged state that it's in. That's, yeah, no idea why I grabbed that. This is another piece, probably from one of that Iron Man mech kind of thing. This is a cool piece, and this is a sticker, and I'd say it's a very well put on sticker. It's very center. Very, I mean, if you didn't know, you might not think it's a sticker. Very well done. Not 100% sure what this piece is. I think somebody had told me that it was from the Hero Factory stuff. It kind of looks like it could be minifigure armor, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to put it in with minifigure stuff. Let Ben figure it out later. Here is a torso I found. No hands, though. There, focused in there a little bit, and I'll turn it over. There's actually some stuff on the back. That's kind of cool. Let's see. I'll speed this up a little bit. I'm going to put a handful of stuff in my hand at once. It's all kind of similar. So this is all dark tan pieces of different types. Oh, that's in the wrong place. Now I'll go back to another sticker. That's kind of cool. Not really sure what it is, but let's see. Another same piece, different color, different sticker. That probably came out of a friend's set, would be my guess. Set of legs. This is printed on the front, so I don't know. Have they ever printed legs on the back? I can't imagine they would. I mean, there's not like a lot of space to put anything on the back. I know they've done side printing, but I don't know about back. But that's the front of the legs. God, just before your last live stream, her husband passed and was darn, and was a seller, but she was overwhelmed by it. Oh yeah, yeah. Wow, just before my last live stream, it was like 18 months ago, I think, or at least a year. At least a year. So have you had a chance to go through much of it? Did you find good stuff? Here's a dark green piece with a sticker on it. And again, this one is fairly well placed, I would say. Thank you for the focus camera. That's a good one. Yeah, no kidding, Mike. 700 pounds is great. Especially free. I mean, you really can't beat it at the free price. All right, so here we have some hands. Two red ones, a white one, and then the mechanical black one. I'll put those all in with the minifigure stuff. All right, so this is an interesting piece. I had actually, because when we went down there, Ben was there, and I asked him about this, and he thought it was a handle to a Fabuland bucket or something like that. So we're gonna have to look into this more, because when we were talking about it later, it was in the bag already, and it was mixed, so you couldn't. It wasn't on the outside edge, so it was just buried in the middle somewhere. So I will show this to him later. We will see if we come up with any more information on that. Here is just another wedge piece in a plain color, the light bluish gray. Let's see, we got some legs. A couple of pairs of legs that I found, a couple more. The red and then the old gray with the black top. I'm pretty sure that's the old gray. It looks that way to me. Let's see, another ingot, but this one is light bluish gray, not the flat silver. Put that in there. Oh, just found another hand. This one's black. Let's see. A lightsaber blade, or no, it's actually a wand length, I believe, in the pearl gold. Let's see. Here's a window piece in dark blue, perhaps from like a train or a plane. I thought that was kind of neat. Here is a olive green 1x2x5 brick. No sticker on this one. Let's see. Here is another dark red piece with a sticker, and this is a stranger one. It's that same kind of angled piece, but usually they're a little smaller than this. This one's larger. It's like 3 studs wide on this edge over here, and normally they're 2. So that's kind of neat, different. Let's put several of these up. We've seen these before. A couple more of those pieces, the dark green and dark red. I don't have a lot of dark blue in here. Somebody else in the lug was basically trying to grab dark blue, so when I found it, I would give it to him, see if he wanted it, and so that was kind of neat. This is a little tiny slopey piece with a print on, or a sticker rather. Pretty sure that's a sticker. Yeah, that's a sticker. Well, that's kind of neat. Here's another one with a sticker on it. This is in dark azure though. It's taken me a bit to learn the color names, but every once in a while I have to stop myself. Like, is this the right? Am I saying the right thing? This one I believe is a sand blue 1x3 plate. That's kind of cool. All right. Now I'm going to load up with some longer tiles here. Some of these we've seen before, but all four of these are a little different. The one at the bottom there, I'm pretty sure, or at the top, I'm pretty sure we've seen one exactly like that one before. The one at the bottom there looks like it's got like a metal pattern. And then there's one almost looks like it's got a ruler type measurement thing on it. That's kind of neat. Another flat silver 1x1 round. Let's see. I'll look at these at the same time. So this is, I believe that's a trans neon green slope, and then a similar slope with a sticker on it. This one's got like more of an engine demarcation on it. It's got like a little pattern, a little circular pattern there. Those actually go in different places. Here's a couple more round tiles. The Avengers one is a print, the other one's a sticker. So those are kind of cool. Let's see, the dark tan double cheese slope. A dark tan Technic axle with a stop. It's kind of a different piece. A cookie. Another one of these slopes here. Here's a figure bandana, which probably came out of like Ninjago or something like that. So that's neat. Put that with the minifigure stuff. Another engine. This one has no stickers on it, but it does have the turbine in the middle. These are kind of cool. I've had some of these sell in my store, so that's always nice to have. And then this one, this was really cool. I was glad to find this. The toolbox with the Classic Space logo on it. So yeah, that was a really cool thing. So you found some Star Wars sets complete unopened. Wow, a buttload of dot sets and the complete Green Grocer. Well, you can't. Green Grocer complete. Star Wars sets unopened. Perfect stuff. Dot sets. I mean, a lot of people, 50 pounds, well, you got a lot of work to do. I mean, if it's 50 pounds, that's, well, let's see, you have 13 times that to go, and if it already took you a year to do it, you have like 13 years worth of work. But yeah, I mean, the dot sets, a lot of people don't like them. I think they would be good. One, because it's discontinued now, and so there's not a ready source of them. And when I parted out the art sets, which are mostly the 1x1 round tiles, those have been doing pretty well. And I know the dot sets have quarter rounds mostly and things like that, but I still think they're going to be good. I'm looking forward to the point where I get to them and do a whole bunch of them at once and then upload them. I think it'll be pretty good. All right. So I've just emptied the first bag. We're going to go through the last of it here. One of these. It's going to be hard to see, but you can kind of see here. This is the pieces. Well, maybe not. Let me hold a little closer. That's the piece, and then of course there's the sticker at the very end of it. So that's kind of neat. Another one of these, but this is the other side. So I have both angled sides of that. Here's one of these pieces with a, is that a sticker or a print? That's a sticker. So it's kind of funny that they're actually having you put a sticker on a curved surface like that. How long have you been making Lego for? Well, if that question is directed to me, well, I don't make it, but I've been doing the Bricklink store now for about 1.5 years. 7,000 dots bags. Did you miss key, or was supposed to be 700? 7,000 is a lot. I mean, I'd imagine that's a number of pounds right there. Wow. But yeah, I have been building Lego sets since I was a kid, like a long, long time. Um, my first set was set number 442, called Space Shuttle. Although I think it had a different name in Europe, but they called it Space Shuttle here. 7,000. Wow. I mean, even at like, because I generally will buy them just automatically at $1 a bag. That's 7,000. That's a lot of money. So if you're running a Bricklink store, I mean, they take up a small amount of space. I would organize them by, because I'm assuming they're not all the exact same bag. Separate them by bag, and then choose the one maybe that has the least, and then open them up and separate out the parts and get them listed in your store and just see what happens. I mean, I think it'll be worthwhile. I mean, I'm looking forward to being able to do it myself. Let's see, a whole store by September. I'm just soaking as much info as I can. Yep, that's the way to do it. So in the basement here, you can see the ground over here behind me, over here. I'm sitting in a spot where there was water after I bought the house. I bought the house in November 2020, and that next spring in 21, we had the wettest year ever, or in a very long time here. And I ended up with water on the floor down here. Now, it wasn't like super deep. It wasn't like a foot of water. It was like an inch. But I mean, any water is too much. So it took me about another year and a half to 2 years to get things, 21, a year and a half about, to get things finally fixed. A little over a year, something like that. It was a long time. And so it was summer of 22. Yeah, summer of 22, I started adding parts to the Bricklink store finally. And you can't see it, but let's see. Over this direction is where I've got all the drawer units and stuff set up. And they're usually in the background on all my vlog clips when I start. And then, so yeah, I've had, it was, so summer of 22, I started adding parts to the store. I didn't open, it was a soft opening in September, where I basically, I think it was September, or maybe it was October. I'm losing track. I basically opened up the store with a password to get some feedback from people, and a couple of people actually did make purchases. And then it was the full opening in either October or November, and I can't remember which one. So it's been about a year and a half fully open. And like I got up to like 870,000 pieces, 880,000 pieces after I did the art set upload, but it's been very difficult for me to get more uploading done since then. And so I've been falling way down. I'm like, I have like, I think under 820,000 pieces now. So, I mean, I've sold like 60,000 pieces, which is great, but I need to continually add stuff too, or else, the orders will start just going away. And that's the whole thing. You can't just get to a certain point and let it go. I mean, you can, and then you just, over time, your orders will slow down to trickle, because as time goes by, people will buy the better parts, and then nobody wants all those Trolls minifigure parts. Let's see. Well, thank you. 2 years, yeah, I appreciate that. Let's see. I have a Bricklink store in the works, just not open yet. I have 1,800. Okay, it actually means 18,000 parts. Upload so far and doing an upload every day. And that's, I would say, upload as often as you can. I don't think, I guess a lot of people have talked about the fact that I guess eBay has an algorithm where if you upload every day, you get higher result listings when people search for the stuff that you have. I don't know about that, but I don't think Bricklink has that. I don't think it matters if you upload every day or once a week, but you do need to continue uploading. Basically working towards it every day. Some days for me are harder than others. And part of it is because I'm trying to go through with the used, and then recently I've been concentrating on used. I'm trying to do an 18-gallon tote of a category every, at a time. So I have a full 18-gallon tote, and I sort it out. Like I just washed the one by brick, and it hasn't been sorted by size yet. That'll start tomorrow, actually. Somebody's coming over to start that. And I'm going to, at some point, have them sorted by size. Then I'll usually start with the largest size and list all the 1x16 brick, and then I'll quality control them, that sort of thing at the same time, and separate them by color, and then get them listed in the store. And I usually try to do 2 or 3 sizes at a time, and then put them on the cart, get them put away, and then upload them. So it just takes time. But I have at this point, we're not doing any more normal bulk sort at the moment because I just have too much to go through. So I need to start catching up with some of these, which means I need to start getting more done. And it's a constant struggle. It's a constant struggle. What is the best number of parts to upload before you open? I would say there's no specific number. I mean, I can't remember how many pieces. I think I had about 200,000 before I opened. However, you could easily open with 10 or 15,000 pieces, even less than that. It really depends on what you have, too, and if it's new or used. And if it's new, is it from set part outs or pick a brick or what? If you're doing pick a brick, it's going to be a harder sell because the pick a brick is generally widely available. So the prices are generally not that great. You know, other people have the same part in quantity, so you're not going to have a lot of you're going to have a lot of competition there in trying to sell them. So now if it's set part outs, that's a little bit better. Certainly depending upon how many. You know, are you doing multiples of the same set, or are you just doing one? So you know, if you're doing a part out 10 sets, but they're all different, you have a wide variety of parts there, but you only have, there's going to be parts you only have one of, because if you're only parting out one of the set, there's almost every set has some part that there's only one of. Or maybe two, and then it's just like, well, now you only have two. So if somebody needs 10, they're not going to go to your store. But if you find a set that has two of a part, and you upload 5 of those sets, now you could help them because you have 10 of them in your store. So there's something to be said about multiple copies of the same set parting out at the same time. But yeah, I would say there's no best number. If you have all your other things in a row, 18,000 pieces, just go for it. Just open it up. Some people say there's no better time than the present to do something. Or there's no better time than yesterday, but if you didn't do it yesterday, do it today. So here's a couple of more dark tan pieces I was kind of fidgeting with. One of the curved ones and one of the just rectangular plates. Put those over the rest of the dark tan. Here's some more dark tan. We're just going to go through this quick. Load up my hand with some dark tan pieces. There is not a single duplicate piece in this hand. It's hard to see, but so I got the long plate, the curved one, a couple of another 1x, a couple of 2x's, another short 1x there. So yeah, all dark tan. Let's see. I wish someone would explain Brick Owl and how to set it up. I can't find updated info. Yeah, I do not sell on Brick Owl yet. I just haven't gotten to that point where I decided I wanted to do that. Now, are you looking to sell only on Brick Owl or Bricklink and Brick Owl? Because if it's only Brick Owl, then I would say, yeah, it's going to be difficult to find the information. But I mean, once you find some information or I don't know if Brick Owl has tutorials or anything like that, but that would be, I wouldn't wait to do it. Much like if it was just Bricklink, I would just go do it. Now, if you're trying to do both, I personally would recommend starting on one platform and learning it, and then going to the other one. I still feel like I'm learning Bricklink to a certain extent, but also, I don't know how much additional sales I'm going to get from Brick Owl, and I'm also not shipping international yet, and I know Brick Owl has a larger international market, so I don't know how many U.S. Brick Owl orders I would get. So that's one of the reasons I haven't done that yet. This is another piece with a sticker on it. It is not well placed. It's this really large curved piece, and the sticker takes up most of the space, and so it's off on one corner. This one is at the very top here. It's off, and then on the other side over here, down here, it's off. So it's unfortunate, but I did grab that piece. Let's see, both don't want all my eggs in one basket if Frank goes down again. Well, I mean, it was down for 5 days. I don't think it's going to go down permanently. And I agree, both is fine, but I still would recommend learning one. Don't put both feet in at the same time trying to learn the ins and outs of both platforms. Also, if you're using the exact same inventory, you will need some sort of way to sync the inventory between the two. And there's a number of options for that. However, they all will cost a little bit, to my knowledge. I think there's a free one, but you have to like host a server or something. I'm again not a very tech savvy person, so I'm not the person to talk about for that. Um, but there's also been, because of the Bricklink changing some of their items recently, the consolidation of parts variants, that's causing issues between Bricklink and Brickowl syncing now. So even if I wanted to do Brickowl right now, I'd probably be waiting and seeing how that all pans out. So another reason maybe to hold off on one or the other. Uh, but I certainly understand. I mean, at some point, I would like to start listing on eBay again as well, and using that as a secondary place, because I really think we can probably agree that eBay is not going away. Um, there's a flipper, put that in with the minifigure parts. This is kind of like just kind of a funny thing I grabbed. It's just an old bucket loader piece. It probably doesn't have a lot of value, but I'm like, what the heck? I'll throw it in. Let's see. Let's get some similar pieces here. Let's do some slopes. All right. Of course, I decided I'm going to do slopes, and now I'm not finding a lot of slopes. There we go. So there we go. So got the black one there. I think we've seen one similar to that. The white one, I think we saw something similar. Another mech type thing, and then that red one there looks like another Iron Man mech armor type piece. Let's see. Now we'll do some minifigure type stuff and other types of things. Like, how about neck gear? I seem to have like 3 different neck pieces already. Just in this one little handful. Oh, there's a 4th one. That's funny. That's technically a neck too. 5 different pieces that will go on a neck. So this one is like a backpack. It's actually got a stud on the back. That's kind of cool. So it's got the little hole you put the neck through. Another bandana piece. Whoop, dropped it. So yeah, another bandana piece. Just a plain neck piece with a stud. Black air tanks. I remember somebody grabbed this and said, hey, do you want the black air tanks? So I'm like, sure. And then a beard piece, which is not technically, you know, going on the back, but it goes around the neck area. So there you go. It's all some minifigure parts. Let's see. It's straightforward to use. All the info you will need be shown once you're registered. Well, there you go. I know I've reserved my name on Brickowl. DOTU Bricks exists. You couldn't take that because it's already taken. But besides that, I couldn't tell you much about it. Let's see. Take an assortment of like minifigure type stuff here. Or let's see. Okay, so here's an egg in light bluish gray. I thought that was kind of neat. The snake, which is hiding in the background of the coaster that I'm using there. A little tiny, like, bow that goes with some of the Friends sets. And it is not focusing well with that. Let's see, this is a trans clear cup. And then this is like a medical chart or something like that that they would hold, sort of like a tablet or something like that, maybe a clipboard kind of idea. Let's see, this is a magnet holder. It's kind of not a common piece, so that was kind of cool. I think somebody else found that and asked if I wanted it, and I decided to take that. It's in there. Let's see. What is your oldest set or piece from a set? I actually have somewhere a set of basic bricks from like mid 60s. I do have some other old parts too. Like, I believe this is the old trees, the 2-dimensional trees. So those are pretty old. I don't really have an idea of the exact timing on those. I have a sealed basic set from like 82 or 83, but it's only got like 17 pieces. It's a tiny little box, but I do have it. Let's see. I'm a computer science former programmer, but I lost my job to AI, and now I'm having issues with my health, so that is why the job idea can change. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I mean, you kind of always have to adapt in life. Just kind of, you can't have one idea and be good forever, I don't think. You kind of have to adjust. 1x2x5 brick in trans old. I think it is trans brown now. It's old black. I don't know that I've actually seen the new trans black yet. Not personally, at least. All right, here's a few more dark tan pieces. Nothing special, but there you go. Here's another trans blue piece with some printing on it. It says, "Terrible photo, you're fired." I wonder if this came from like a Spider-Man set and he was supposed to be taking a picture and he got fired. Let's see. This is a Technic piece from like one of the cars. It has a sticker on it, so I'm like, that was kind of different, so I grabbed that. Let's see. I've had them trees before, ashamed to say, from my childhood. Well, you know, that's okay. I wouldn't be ashamed at all. This looks like it's a trans neon orange antenna, so that was kind of cool. Stick that there, and then attached to the bottom of it was this neon green 1x1 round plate. I may not have even realized it was attached when I grabbed it. All right, so here's some Nexo shields, a couple of them at least. One has a sticker on it, and one is plain. So these have to go to different places over here. Let's see, let's do some more bricks. Let's see, that's a brick, that's a brick. That's not a brick. Oh, I did have another masonry brick. So there's a dark red masonry brick and a couple of other printed bricks. Something that says Fire Ghost 57. And then the other one seems to have like a pizza on it. Those are kind of neat. Let's do some tiles. Sure, why not? Round tiles, it looks like. Well, there's only 3 round tiles. So 2 clocks and a Captain America shield. I believe they're all prints. So that's kind of neat. Let's see. No, the last time we talked, or when I got the Lego, was a premiere. Oh, okay, 3. Okay. Yeah. That was I can see why you thought it was a live stream because I was talking live, but the video had been recorded. So yeah, okay, that's not bad then. I mean, it's 700 pounds in like 3 or 4 weeks. That's not bad at all. You could be done by the end of the year easily. All right, so now go to some other tiles, some squarish tiles, 2x2, 2x3, and 2x4. We got 3 different prints here on those. This is a panel piece with a sticker on it. It's kind of neat. Looks like a pipe on the one side, maybe. All right, so here's something interesting. I probably have more of these. Let me. These are pieces with license plates on them. And I see that the 2 there are from the same set. And so I'm saving these because somebody who helps me out here is going to be working on a mock where he wants a bunch of license plates. So that's why I'm saving them. I got a whole container full of license plates. I'll probably do a video on that at some point before I actually give them to him. But yeah, so I got some of those. I'm actually going to put those in a completely separate place so I can put them where they belong. All right, some minifigure stuff now. Let's do this. Let's see. I guess that's the only minifigure stuff. So we got a headphones, a droid arm, and then 3 more ingots. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Sorted 50 so far, and so I'm sad. 0 minifigs so far. Oh, that's unfortunate. Your stock tours you do upstairs blows my mind. Yeah. I don't know that that's going to happen much anymore because that one bedroom is just completely packed, which is just more work that I have to get to, so we're getting there. Flat silver piece on this. It's kind of like 2x2 round plate, but then with the spokes and then other sections. It's like, I don't know how to describe that piece, but it's kind of cool. And it was an interesting color. Let's see. Okay, here is a sloped brick. And this has two stickers. There's one on either side. So there's that one on that side, and basically the same kind of idea on that side. So that was kind of neat. Here is a slope. Some sort of a sticker on it. Let's see. We'll do some tiles. I only have like 2 tiles. Alright. One's printed and one's plain. They're both black. Alright, so some cheese slopes. We got some cheese slopes here. Double ones. Both of those have stickers or prints on them. I didn't pick. I know the gray one for sure is a sticker I can see from here. The other one may be a print. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the other one, the dark bluish gray one's a print. Here is I call it a flag. I don't know if it's actually a flag or not. That's got something on it. So this is interesting. So it's part of a Unikitty figure. We've got the face there and some of the rest of the parts. So that's kind of cool. Another couple more flat silver 1x1 round plates. Let's see. A couple of snot pieces. I believe, I've been calling that sand blue. Maybe that's medium blue. I can't remember if the other piece is the same color or not. Let me see. No, that's definitely sand blue. The larger one is sand blue, and the other one is medium blue, although, again, the camera isn't really showing them that way. And then this one is dark azure. All right. A couple of trans neon orange dishes, the small ones. Always nice. A dark orange bracket or snot piece. Let's see, we've got a couple of these. They both have something on them. Now this one, it's very easy to see that it's got something on it. But this one is very faint. It is a sticker, but it's very faint. Oh, there. Yeah, so that's kind of neat. Another slope. Going to the Iron Man mech, probably. Another, probably a vehicle piece. The sticker on there is pretty poorly placed. A flat silver grill, which I thought was neat. And one of the very small treads. So that's the first bag. It took about an hour to go through. That's not too bad. A thumbs up for my efforts. Well, thank you. I figure people will do what they feel like they need to do. For anyone who has the ability, I'm kind of curious, does it still show upcoming on a video on YouTube? Because I'm just really confused at how this all works together. I'm still learning. Here is the second bag. We'll start in on this. Now, I will also say the second bag has a lot more odd stuff because I was running out of time and then also not finding as many cool pieces. So the types of pieces I was grabbing started to broaden a little bit. We're actually going to change, and we're going to go a larger container for the simple pieces because this is pretty full. All right, so here is a container, like for drawers. Let's see, a dark red slope, but it's plain. There's no sticker or anything on it, so that goes in with that stuff. It actually goes over there. All right. Here is a dark azure tile, curved. That's kind of cool. Here is an angled window. I always thought these were cool pieces. So it's like got this angle to it. I think they go with some of the houses, but I'm not positive. It's got a single panel back here too. I found a couple of these orange plastic wheels. So that's kind of nice. A windscreen, which is kind of funny because I just had a sale where they bought a bunch of windscreens. So I'm starting to get some more windscreens. I have plenty of them anyway, but here's some more. A door. Actually, it has the Lego logo right in the middle. Let's see if we can actually show that. Yep, I can see it. Like a trans blue half round window. Neat. Let's see. All right, so now we got some brick. Just started grabbing like some 2x4 brick. Just random brick. Some random 1x2 brick. This is a large curved piece, but no sticker. But that's still kind of cool. I got a couple of these, and I believe it's the nougat or maybe medium nougat 2x4 plate. Here's another curved piece with some numbers on it there. It's kind of neat. Let's see, another one of these. It's got like that metal looking side sticker there. Come on, focus on the sticker, camera. There we go. That worked out pretty well. A trans-clear door to one of the smaller boxes. Another one of these flag pieces with that sticker on it, so it probably came from the same set. Let's see, a 1x4 dark tan brick. A dark tan slope 1x2. Another one of these, and there's more. I think I got a total of 3 or 4 of them. I see the third one. There might be a fourth. Still don't know what they came from for sure. Just a white tile, 1x6. Looks like a 1x3 dark bluish gray tile. Another one of these half circle plates. This is another, so this is a piece with a sticker on it. It's a 2x3 slope, but interesting enough, it actually has a, it's actually not, it's got a, there's two, this is a sticker over assembly. They haven't done this in a while, to my knowledge, but you've got a 1x2 and a 2x2 of those slopes with a 1x3 plate holding them together, and then the sticker there. Now, it's possible the sticker was supposed to be only over the 2x2 portion, and it looks like maybe it is. It may, in fact, be only over the 2x2 portion, but that's different. All right. All right, so here's 3 pieces. We got the Star Wars printed tile. You've got this plain light bluish gray tile. And then this one is the 2x2 round tile in black with a hole in it. But I'm seeing now that it's really scratched. So we're just going to reject that one immediately along with that other wedge piece. Let's see. This is another one. I think this came from a Spider-Man set. Little web pattern there. A medium blue 2x4 brick. That's kind of cool. And a corner tile, 2x2, but it's just half the corner. That's kind of neat. It might actually end up getting rejected. I'll keep it for now, but it looks like there's some scratching on it. I probably won't keep it. All right. So yeah, third one of these, and I don't think there's a fourth one. Great, now I have to worry about flat silver too. I don't have great eyes, and the close colors bug me. Or getting it wrong and getting a negative review. Yeah, it's a problem. So you want to make sure you have good light. These lights that I use in here are pretty much all 4K lights, and I have a ton of them in the basement. But I find having a light even closer, like really, like just like here's the light, you look at the pieces, and I've got one that's just out of view here that has a, this thing moves and it bends down, and so I use that a lot. I like this one too, and I'll pull this into view because it angles, but then I can flip this lid, and there's 2 magnifying lenses. There's the large one and a smaller one here, so I will sometimes use that to, you know, try to read a part number or something like that. That can come in handy at times. But yeah, the colors. The other thing is look into getting a color chart. And you can make your own too, but these are kind of convenient. So this is a company called We Love What You Build, WLWYB. I had to think about that as I said it. And this is actually their first color chart. They have a third one out now. Um, and I think the newer ones have less different colors. But they even made a mistake on this one. Ben found it that they had this one called medium orange, it was called. But it actually was not medium orange. It was bright light orange. And we found a medium orange to put in there. So let's see if I can hold this up to the main camera. Yeah, that works out. So it's useful. But I know a lot of people will make their own color chart too. But yeah, even on this, the light gray and the light bluish gray, very similar. Don't want to even mention the fact that when they went to light bluish gray initially, like in 2004, there was a transition color that wasn't quite the same as light gray or light bluish gray, but it's very similar to both. It's like in the middle. And then there's a color called very light gray that just is a separate color also. I don't think there's a very light bluish gray. I don't think they did that. But yeah, it gets very difficult to tell some of the colors apart. Um, we had an issue when we were dealing with some of the Bionicle feet pieces recently, and um, he listed some of them as um, pearl dark gray and pearl light gray. And when we were going through the stuff, I noticed that one of the pieces had a price point of it like $17 a piece. So we did a little digging, and no, that piece didn't seem to occur in any set in the pearl dark gray, and yet it was listed on Bricklink. So somehow they exist. But we looked at the pieces we had and decided that we don't have pearl dark gray. We have pearl light gray, and then also flat silver. Flat silver, or no, I take it back. Pearl dark gray wasn't set. Flat silver was not in the set. So Brickstore, which I was using to upload, didn't list it, but it was listed on Bricklink. So I had to hold the piece and upload it onto Bricklink manually, as opposed to going through Brickstore. It was very confusing. So yeah, the pearls and those are just problematic colors. I don't. I understand completely. I mean, I still to this point have Ben look over my light bluish gray, light gray. I try to sort it, and generally I'm doing a pretty good job. I think over time I'm getting better at it. But again, that light is critical. So I've heard some people use a 5K light. I have 4K lights. I don't know how high those get, and I don't know if there's a diminishing return. I don't know if it even exists. I don't know if a 6K light would really help anymore or not. But yeah, definitely make sure you have at least one good light that you can compare pieces with. And you know, it certainly wouldn't be a bad thing. Like some of those really difficult to tell pieces, if you can get a hold of a control piece, either by, you know, if it's light bluish gray, you know, obviously most Star Wars sets are going to have light bluish gray in it. You can just hold one piece aside as a color comparison. And then you can find most of the other colors are available. Some of them are more pricey. And then if you buy one, you do have to assume that the seller is sending you the right color. So you might want to pay attention to the seller rating and that sort of thing. But it's you can make mistakes. So it's just one of those things. Here, this is a visor piece in trans neon green, I believe. Let's see. We have some slopes. Can I do some slopes? I have one slope. Well, yeah. So this is just a dark blue slope. And this is another white one with a sticker on it. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. 3 more 2x4 bricks, various colors. Right there. Oh, found another slope, of course. As soon as I stopped talking about them, I found some more. So the person that I said was grabbing the dark blue, he wasn't grabbing all of it, and so I would grab some, and then after a while, he stopped grabbing it, so I was able to grab some more dark blue. So there's some dark blue, just simple pieces. This is a handful of a whole bunch more of dark blue pieces. There's a few duplicates, but many different pieces here, all in dark blue. Let's see, this is an interesting piece. I believe it's a stud shooter. I can see a spring in there, but it's a very long stud shooter. I thought that was different. 2x6 brick essentially with a stud shooter in it. So yeah, that was neat. Keep that separate. Here's a couple of dark green pieces, just simple pieces, no sticker or anything like that, just dark green. Chops says, I usually only deal with the pearl colors when they are new. I don't want to guess it, use pearl colors or silvers. Yeah, no, I can understand that. I've made the decision that I'm going to try to deal with them. I'm dealing with enough bulk most of the time that I have a market quantity. I mean, if I was dealing with a much smaller quantity and I only had like 1 or 2 pieces, it would be easy to just ignore them. This was a nice find. It's a 1x4 brick in trans red. I thought that was a cool find. It's in decent shape too, not super scratched. It's a blue window piece, like a train or a plane. Another trans blue half circle piece type thing. So I've got 2 of these at least, so then I've got a full circle. Here is some smattering of dark tan pieces again. Is that all of them? No, got some more. So there's a smattering of dark tan. All right, here is a light bluish gray slope. No sticker or anything, just the slope. Here is a couple of dark red pieces, just simple dark red pieces. One's a bracket or snot, and then the other one's a slope. This is another dark red piece that had a couple of pieces attached to it that I'm actually pulling off. I'll show those right after this. Basically, it's this what they call the boat tile, I think it's called. So it's like an under tile, but curved. And they would use these for putting underneath boats and other things so that they'd slide on surfaces easier. So that's kind of neat. And then on top of that were 2 red quarter round tiles. Not really sure what they were doing there, but they were attached, so I left them attached because I was grabbing everything. It was probably later too when I was running shorter in time. A speckle trans purple cone. I thought that was pretty cool. A 2x4 light bluish gray brick. I believe that's magenta 1x6 plate. Here is some simple tiles of various colors. No prints on any of these, just tiles. Now we have a couple of tiles with print or sticker. The white one is a print, and the green one is a sticker. There's those. Let's see. I believe this is a metallic silver grill. I don't think it's flat silver because it's too shiny. So a metallic silver grill. That's kind of, or the sloped grill too. That's neat. I believe this is a flat silver engine. So yes, let me grab that metallic silver piece back out. I mean, it's not the best comparison because they're 2 different pieces, but you can see that there is clearly a difference between these 2 pieces in their color. Of course, now the camera isn't really the best, but the grill is more shiny, in my opinion. So yeah, turn it on its side there. You can kind of see the side is a little shinier. And then just a green panel. Nothing special, just a green panel. All right, so this is like a slopey type piece, but it's like an under bottom support type thing for like maybe a boat or a plane or something like that. It's another one of those large decorative panels from, I believe, one of the Iron Man sets. That's neat. All right, so this was a different thing. It's a Technic piece, but I had a sticker on there. So I'm like, okay, we'll grab that. What the heck? Let's see. Do we have? We got a couple of those. We can show those. All right. A couple of these animal type pieces like tails. We have a drawer that would go in that cabinet piece that I found earlier. Here is another type of door in green. Let's see. Chart does not have every color, but sure will. Oh yeah, I mean, it really also depends on what you consider every color. I mean, do you want to get the Modulex colors, which, you know, some of them are similar to other colors, but they haven't been made since the 60s. The pieces aren't compatible with Lego except for in a few very specific and niche ways. And, you know, you're just not going to find them, generally speaking. Also, like Bionicle has its own color palette, and so like there's Bionicle this color, Bionicle that. So it's just like, but I would basically say, I mean, the blues. There's a lot of different blues, and then the grays slash silvers, because gray and silver kind of have a little bit of crossover there. Those are the ones that I think are the biggest problems. Most everything else you can probably figure out, but those are the ones that I have the biggest problems with. I am gaming tonight, but it's only 4:30 here. We don't generally start until 7, so I'm probably going for another half hour or a little bit more, and then I'm going to break and do something for food. All right. So now we've got a bunch of dark blue pieces we're going to look at. Just loading them all up in my hand here. A couple of 2x4 plates, and then a 2x4 tile, and a jumper, and a corner piece, and a 1x4 brick. All right, so now we're going to do, so this is, I believe, a dark brown 1x2 slope. It was one of the first pieces, I thought it was one of the first pieces I found, but this was in the second bag. So I don't know. Maybe I did the bags out of order. I thought I was doing the first bag first, but maybe not. So yeah, I thought that was a really cool color to find that in. I don't think it's terribly common. Now we're going to do a bunch of tiles, plain tiles. Let's see. Well, I see a bunch, but I say that, but then I only find like 4. So a couple dark tan and a dark bluish gray there. All right, so this is a nice piece. This is one of these bracket pieces, but it says police, and it's actually printed on there. They did this in some of the older sets. I think now they probably would use that as a sticker, but it was actually printed on there. So that was a nice find. A couple of plain dark red pieces, a plate and a slope. Let's see, here is some dark tan pieces. I got a bunch of dark tan pieces again. And of all these pieces, there's only one duplicate. It's those slopes. The 1x2 slopes, kind of like this piece right here. There's 2 of it. And everything else, there's just one of a whole bunch of different pieces there. Let's see. So some minifigure type stuff. We've got a trans blue energy effect, an arm, which is also another left arm, and an ingot. Let's see. A dark orange bracket slash snot piece. We've got, I believe, a medium blue 2x3 plate. And this is an original pink top of roof piece. So that I thought was kind of cool to find. It's probably not terribly rare, but the simple pink pieces you don't find as often anymore. Let's see, a flat silver grill, standard flat one. Here is a slope with a sticker on it. A shutter. Again, not 100% sure why I grabbed it, but it was there, so I did. Here is another flag type piece with a bunch of like gauges and stuff on it. I think we saw this once before in white. The piece was white. Another one of these sand blue connector type pieces. I need to figure out where they came from. I'm kind of curious about that. I believe this is a flat silver cone. So that's another one. A sand green 1x6 plate. Bright light yellow 1x4 plate. I think that's a trans dark pink 2x2 dish. This is just one of those levers with a white base. Here is a 2x2 green tile. And it's a trans cheese slope, and I don't know if that's light blue or medium blue. It's not dark blue. So yeah, that's another one. So blue, like I said, blue is a problematic color at times. I'm going to dump the rest of this out, and we'll see what we get. So this is another one of those. It's like a plain fuselage top. Probably even better for me to show it up here. I found a white wheel, but I just noticed it's got some discoloring there on the one tread. So we'll see if that can come off. Yeah, my fingernail took it right off. I don't know what it was. Maybe crayon. Another drawer. So I've got a full drawer unit with the drawers and the unit. This has, you know, I think this might have been the first bag, and I might have done them out of order, but this has a ton of dark tan pieces. Here's some of the larger ones through there. And let's see, this is I believe it's a 1x1x5 brick, but it's got a sticker on one side, and I don't know that I'd ever seen a sticker on a 1x1x5 brick before. It looks like a phone. So yeah, that's different. Another one of these, and I know I found one before, and this one is also very well placed. So I've got a pair of those. It probably came from something. This was an interesting windscreen kind of idea. It's got like the hinge plate on the one end, and so I like that piece. It's kind of a cool looking piece. Yeah, this had to be the first bag. I did them out of order. Two more of those sand blue 1x2 bricks with the connector on them. I definitely need to look into that. I'm curious. Here is a white paddle, minifigure paddle with the stud there on the one side. Let's see. Dark tan. There's whole bunches of dark tan. Let's do some 1x dark tan. So some 1x1, some 1x4, 1x6, and 1x6 tile in dark tan. I've got a very full single drawer of dark tan. It's probably going to overflow by the time I'm done. Two 2x4 dark tan bricks. I've got three 2x2 dark tan bricks here. Oh, look at that. I've got a dark tan masonry brick. I guess maybe I did pick up more of the masonry brick than I thought. Let's see. Got some dark tan jumpers along with a dark tan tile. So one tile and 4 jumpers. What is your favorite piece of Lego and what's your worst? I don't know if it's my favorite, but I've always liked the headlight brick. It's been around for a long time. Some people call it the OG snot brick. I think actually there was other snot type pieces that occurred before it chronologically, but they were very specialized, so I think you could have the argument that it is. And so I've always liked that. I kind of like the fact that you can take 4 of them and kind of, you rotate them and you can kind of create this wheel looking thing of them, because they all, the part kind of, I'll do it once and show it. It's interesting. I don't know that I have a worst favorite piece. Yeah, I don't know. Why would I not like a piece? Yeah, I don't think I have a worst favorite piece. A couple of dark tan 1x2 slopes. Let's see. A couple of 2x plate in dark tan, 2x3, 2x4. Now let's see. There's a rail, a 1x2 with a rail in dark tan. Let's see. Two more of these in dark tan, so we've got at least 4 of those. Let's see. We're just going to load up the rest of the dark tan here and show it all at once. Pretty sure that's it. So we got some, there's a snot piece and a corner and some 1x1, 1x2, and plus a cheese slope. I think that's the end of the dark tan. And the 1x1 plate decides to take a header. Let's see, another Technic piece in dark gray. So yeah, it's an old piece, and somebody else I think had found this and asked if I wanted it, and so sure, I'll take that. The dark gray is kind of neat. Oh yeah, I did have a second one of these. It's one of those police brackets. Let's see. Oh, an old wheel. It's got the tire with the trans clear wheel. It's got like a clip coming out of either side. So that's kind of interesting piece. I used this on, I think, some motorcycles and different things. So yeah, I have some of those in my store, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. We have a sticker piece on dark azure, or a sticker on dark azure, rather. Here's another sticker on dark bluish gray, just like a caution type symbol. Let's see. All right, so now we're going to do some olive green. And it's just various pieces of olive green that I found. That's not olive green. So some double cheese slopes there. We've got the modified plate with the studs on both sides, a couple of 1x2 plates, and then this slope. Looks like I have a single sand green. It's a double cheese slope. Let's see. Now we have some of these flat silver 1x1 round plates. All right, got something else here. Grant, hey Doug, just tuning in from Scotland. If you were to build a set right now, what would it be? Theme or set? Right now, I'm looking beyond where you can see. There is the new promo, the micro rocket, and that might be one. I also have over here, which you can barely see, 3 of the new space sets. I've got the small mech, the interstellar spaceship, and the command rover crane loader. And those are definitely sets that I'd like to get to building at some point. So probably one of those. So space theme. I'm a classic space person. That's probably my first love. My first set 442, was a classic space set. And I was already interested in space type stuff at that point. So yeah, I think I got that set in 79. I think that was the year it came out. So yeah, I got that in 79. So yeah, you can do the math. I won't do it. Let's see. Some minifigure type stuff. I've got a wand length. I've got a chrome silver, or not chrome silver, it's probably flat silver lightsaber hilt, a pair of binoculars, and then this is just like around the legs, like a waist, probably a bat thing. It's probably Batman. He's probably got his utility belt, is what that is. So put that stuff into the minifigure stuff. Let's see. Okay, here's another sticker part that is kind of poorly put on. It focused pretty well. Here is a dark green, kind of like a slope for a roof, and it's kind of funny because these kind of go hand in hand with these, so you can kind of stick them down. The wrong colors, obviously, but so you can create the peaked roof on all 4 sides that these pieces came into play. So that's neat. Let's see. Another ingot in light bluish gray, a dark blue 1x2 plate, or excuse me, 1x2 tile. I'm not sure what they call these things. I always just associate them with lighting up bricks. but I don't think that's what they're from. I think they were using Bionicle 2 as eyes. I usually grab those when I see them because I think they're neat. A 1x1 round tile in white with a print on it. And no, it's not an eye. It's the Hero Factory H. I'm not sure I would have grabbed an eye, in all honesty. Let's see, another one of these. It's one of the trans purple glitter cones. Let's see, here is another stickered piece. If the sticker is not placed really well, it's just a life preserver in white. A dark turquoise 2x2 round plate. Didn't get much dark turquoise, but I did get that one. Here is a couple of hands in the nougat and white. We have a couple more of the flat silver grills. Let's see, I've got a print of an arrow on a white 1x2 tile. Another one of these cheese slopes, which I'm not sure if it's medium blue or light blue. Another animal tail section. And the last piece is a flat silver 1x1 round tile. That's the last one. So yeah, so there's two pieces I'm rejecting right off the bat. I think this one, I probably saw what it was and grabbed it and wasn't paying close attention. This one, I really have no idea. I mean, it's just got like chew marks on it down there at the end. I have no idea why I would have grabbed that and not seen that it was in horrible shape. I mean, the top part isn't even in super great shape, but it's not bad. But I'm just like, so that's my bad. I missed that completely. So we won't be selling those. They'll go directly to my reject pile. But yeah, that's the stuff I got from Empire Bricks. And yeah, I've had a pretty good time. I mean, I realized it probably wasn't the best of content, and I realized that this camera, the color is not great. And I think maybe next time it's on a tripod, which you can probably see a little bit from the main camera. I may seeing if I can get that tripod a little bit longer, because it might be nice to have a little bit more room underneath here, because I don't have a lot of room to move my hand around. The wobbling of the camera too, I realize. I mean, I think it's partially. I mean, if I'm pounding on this table, it's moving a little bit. So the tripod is on the ground and it's not far from the table, so it's probably going through the ground or something like that. So I'll try to work on getting that. And it might even be the camera itself might be moving a little bit because it tries to track me, but because I have it rubber banded down, it can't move a lot. So that might be what's causing that. I may have to look into getting a stationary camera for that. But yeah, this is, I kind of wanted to get something up and running immediately. And I'm kind of glad that everything seemed to work out. Well, thanks, Andrew. I appreciate that. Anybody else have any other questions? I was planning on going until 5, so I got 15 minutes. I'm not sure what else I can go over quickly in that time frame. The other thing I noticed is with OBS, while I see the chat, I have no idea how many people are in the stream. I'm minimizing that, and I'm going to look at, yeah, so it's still showing, well, maybe not. Let me update this. Yeah, it's still showing one person waiting for the stream on the YouTube preview. Let me go back to my this. Yeah, so there is the live. Oh, it says there's 10 people watching. And then there's the upcoming scheduled for 2:24 at 3 p.m. Well, it was well past that. So yeah, we're going to have to delete that. I'll do that later. But yeah, it's a learning process. You have to learn how to do all these different things. Yeah, I can see having like a laptop or a screen over here that I can at least have the chat on so that I can kind of more face the camera. It's something I'm not used to. Like doing the videos, most of the time I'm behind the camera. And like right now, like I can't verify how it's looking because I look and it's like, well, I've just turned my head. I'm not looking. So I'm kind of looking at the camera, but I think it's facing more down at my chest. I mean, I'm sure my face, because it's right here, you're seeing it. But yeah, um, I'm not as used to being in front of the camera. I mean, I know there's people that have been doing YouTube videos for so long that are just so used to it, like Bricksar. I mean, he's just like, he's on top of it. He's looking at the camera. He's rarely not looking correctly at it. That's a problem I have. But again, most of my content I'm carrying around my mobile holder, which is this right here. So, I've got my phone in here, and I'm basically holding it like this, taking video. And so it doesn't really often come on to me unless I turn it around or I flip the camera angle or something like that. And I've done it a few times, but this is not something that I'm as used to. So we'll have to get more used to that. And I'm also realizing that that ring light is very bright. So I may look into, I think I can lower the intensity of it right on that. So I might do that. I also need to look into a better way to support the camera because it's really jury rigged in there. I'll probably take a little video on it. So in the vlog that'll come out on Tuesday, there'll be a little video of the setup. I'll do that as well. So you can kind of see how it was jury rigged up there. Now we're coming back over here. Let's see. Keep up, love your channel, all the best. Well, thanks, Grant. I appreciate that. Yeah. Let's see. It's still showing 10 people watching. So yeah. I mean, if anybody has any other questions, I'll go ahead and answer them. But I think we're probably going to end it then. Of course, I can't see without these glasses anymore, really. I mean, I can see, but it's like reading is more difficult. But yeah, if you're ever in Horseheads, New York, I think it's in Horseheads, Painted Post, New York, which is near Horseheads, which is right near Corning. Corning Museum of Glass is there. So if you're ever there, Empire Brick, great place. I'd stop by. It's kind of out of the way for most people, but hey, if you get to that area, I would check it out. It's like anything. You kind of have to be there, and if you're not, well, then it doesn't do you any good. And if you are, then you might even already know about it. I'm kind of curious too. It's like with 10, I'm not sure I had 10 people comment, so there's probably one or two people that were watching that never commented, and that is fine. There's no requirement that you comment. There's no requirement that you give it a thumbs up or a like or anything like that. Just enjoy your time. If you don't enjoy it, leave. I'm not gonna force people to want to stay. And I would have a poor chance at forcing people to stay. All right. All right, we are down to 8 people watching, so people are headed out. And so I don't see any additional questions or anything, so we're going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you very much for everybody who stopped in, and we'll see you around in the next one. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks before I get to it again because I got some stuff going on, but we will come back and do another live stream at some point. Thank you.